Hi, Rajni Verma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my name is Arjun Jangid, as you know, and I'm from Jodhpur, Rajasthan.
Okay.
And a fellow English learner, I am, as you are. So,
Mhm.
as we decided that we will conduct this first session of ours on the topic of English speaking journeys, respective English speaking journeys. So, may I know your brief introduction before we start?
So, as you know, my name is Rajni Verma. I'm also from Rajasthan, but I'm living in Jaipur right now.
Okay.
And I'm also learning this language, and I'm working on both the languages on English and Korean, as I have done already graduation in Korean language from JNU. And if I talk about my hobbies, I love reading books and painting. Yeah, and what else? Yeah, that's all about me.
Why did why did you become interested in Korean language of the
Korean
specific region?
language. Mhm. I found this language interesting after starting learning this language. Not initially, like I have met people who had the interest before starting their graduation. They used to watch K dramas and BTS fan and all that, but it wasn't the case with me. I just wanted to do something different, something unique. So one of my teachers, have suggested like you can pursue your degree in the language that is little different and interesting. So
Hmm.
luckily, I got admission in Korean language, and then I pursued that, and I found it interesting.
Okay. So, yeah, I really appreciate this deep interest in a very, a rare language in terms of learning foreign languages in India, people, because people do learn French, Spanish, and all of the languages. And most of the times, than not, the people will learn any language, any foreign language for a specific reason, for an employment or shifting abroad, for a
Yeah,
reason like that. But your case is different, isn't it?
yeah. I was also interested before to work in a private company, but
Hmm.
because of pandemic, everything in my mind has changed.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. But definitely, that's a very rare of the rarest hobby. If you ask any Indian, be it girl or boy. So yeah. So what about your English journey? When will you say that my English journey started at that point of time? Um, what medium of schools have you been enrolled in from the beginning? Start with that.
Yeah. From the beginning, I was in Hindi medium, but
Same, same.
in sixth standard, I got admission in JNV.
Yeah.
There was the medium was in English,
Mm-hmm.
but as you know, in schools it doesn't matter it is in Hindi or English.
Mm-hmm.
Until or unless the teachers used to speak in English or explain things in English, it was like a subject there also. So you can feel if we are learning this language as a subject, no matter you are in Hindi medium or in English medium, you are not going to become a fluent speaker or very good at English. So
Mm-hmm.
and till fifth standard, I was in a government school in my village itself. So I had the fear of English already when I got admission in GNV, and then there some students were intelligent and some were like me. So I found, but it was in my mind like this is a big thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
English was so from there the fear of asking questions, the fear of uh, learn more English was in me. So I just used to hate this language. Honestly, I was like terrible at it.
Okay.
So
Um,
we can say after getting admission in university, especially in GNU, I started listening to people because in
mm,
GNU in Delhi, students speaks in English in DU and in GNU. So from there, I started listening, and then I got this idea. Okay, listening can improve. Listening can help you to improve in this. So after that, I have started listening on YouTube, and I guess, but I wasn't I wasn't listening to conversations and everything consistently. I was like starting and sometimes not listening and things like that. And after some time this pandemic came, and from there I started banking preparation. So I started learning a lot English for banking preparation, because there we need to uh, do things like an exam in 20 minutes, and there are a lot of different patterns and different things that comes in this exam. So
mhm,
from there I started learning a lot and
mhm,
started learning vocabularies and sentence formations and all that. But if I
mhm.
talk about my speaking journey, I have started in last year August. Yeah.
Okay. So that's all about it. Yeah, I got it. You have been consciously or subconsciously, you have been working on your English from 3 to 4 years to a large part.
Yeah,
And
but not
when
that wasn't a cautious speaking practice. It has
yeah,
started honestly in August last year. Yeah.
actually, yeah, right, okay. So what I can say is that whenever we tend to speak about any kind of journey that we had, any kind of progress that we have made, we tend to forget the things of our from childhood we have been learning. Subconsciously, not consciously, but subconsciously, we tend to learn a lot of things in too tiny amounts. So that way,
Mhm.
that translates into a huge amount of knowledge. And in case of my speaking journey, so let me now start with my speaking journey. I have never read in any English medium school, so I had always believed in this cliche that English medium students would naturally be better English speakers than their Hindi medium counterparts. And I have never been to an English medium school, honestly. And then it was the first point when I was met with a lot of English medium books when I enrolled in BTech engineering course. And actually, I was forget about English medium. I was not interested in doing BTech as well. It was an imposition by the societal norms. So yeah, I was always interested in arts subjects and all of that. Okay, coming to that point of English medium. Afterwards, I enrolled in an arts course, Bachelor of Arts, when I left engineering, for that matter. And then I started preparing for UPSC Civil Services examination afterwards. And an enthusiasm was brewing inside me that I want to be part of administration services. I stumbled upon a fact that I need to change my medium to be able to even compete because most of the toppers, even 90%, south of not south of north of 90% students who succeed in the exams in main citing, they are on English medium in English medium only. So rest other languages are only 10% students who succeed. So yeah, this very fact changed my perception that I need to work on my English. And then I started the English, not spoken English, but yeah, so, all the other things, three things. As we say, any language that we want to learn, there are four methods, basic methods: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So apart from speaking, everything else started. And I was writing journals. I was, completely dedicated towards it. I was including this in my day-to-day routine. And it's been 4 years, maybe 4 years or anything more than that. So yeah, then it started. And in terms of spoken English, I started doing one thing, which was completely free, and it is still free, and it will be free. We have to just do what one thing, contact any kind of customer service of any brand, let's say
Mhm.
e-commerce website, Amazon, Flipkart, or any. So if we or anyone in our vicinity who have purchased anything, if they need that their query to be resolved, so we need to speak to the customer care representative, and we need to speak long, long sentences and long things because they won't interrupt you in between. So afterwards, they will come up with the solution, and even while dealing with the solution, afterwards they tell you the solution. You can even speak on that too. So that way, my spoken English journey started. It's really weird, and maybe have you heard about it?
Yeah,
You have heard. Okay. So
multiple
yeah,
times. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, and there are many other brands as well, like Quickheal Total Security. I need to format my computer and put another Windows on my computer, and then I'll again call into the Quickheal helpline. Even if I have that code, I'll tell them and guide them through that particular thing that I need that code and I forgot it. So that way, I have always deliberately done that to be able to speak, to find English partners. And other than that, it's really difficult in Rajasthan and all the North Indian states for that matter to find English speaking partners. They will, let you down in two ways. One way is that in our language Marwari, they say, "Ka English jade." Either they will
Mm.
say, "Ka English jade," or they will
Yeah.
say, "Angres gaya pra," and English chhod gaya. This thing.
Mm.
So you must have
Mm.
understood it. And
Yeah.
then there will be the second notion that, yeah, awe to ibani kai jade. So yeah, these two ways. Yeah,
Okay, I didn't get the last one.
okay, you didn't understood last one. Understand, not understood. Yeah. So that means that you seem to not have understood how to speak English, but you still are speaking. You are making mistakes, and even if they cannot find any mistakes, they will say that this is wrong. Anyway, so all in all, people are not collaborative, and we don't find any kind of speaking partners. But yeah, now it's a spoken English revolution right now going on in terms of these English applications, and I believe these applications are really new on the market, and maybe maximum 2 to 3 years have happened since ever since these applications have launched. And now we can even without these applications, we can collab like this, and we can have our we both can benefit, and we both can practice in free. That's really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, all in all, this is about my English speaking journeys. We tend to forget from some things, but that's not really important. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. So currently you are preparing for UPSC, right?
No, actually, things got overturned afterwards as well. Some personal setback in personal life happened, and I was forced to leave the preparation. Not just leave the preparation, I was just little bit cornered in myself due to some setback in my life. And then afterwards, it was really about getting up and anyhow start doing anything in my life.
Okay.
So then later on, I found myself in a spot of bother because of my age and the things that society say to you. So now I just want to be standing on my feet and earning as soon as possible. So now I'm trying in. I have tried in 2, 3 private schools for an English teacher, and all in all, I have decided to take up English as my career option. And with this just tiny word English, we can do a lot of things if our English is good enough. But
Yeah.
I can say positively that I have a lot of opportunities going forward.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, right. So have you applied somewhere online too? Like, would you like to pursue your career as a online tutor or like as you mentioned in school? So what is the preference?
Yeah. Actually, when it comes to the English language, as we say, it has a lot of key pillars. Like the spoken English is a pillar, then vocabulary, then grammar. These all are the pillars of the English language. When we teach, we can speak. We can teach anything. Just we need to focus on this subject, English, because our career should be in English. And if I'll teach as a spoken English teacher, I'll also learn something. And if I'll teach in a private school, I'll learn something. So I'm open to all of these options, and I'm planning to try for that Clappingo application afterwards. 7 to 8 sessions are remaining for me, and after that, my course is completed, and I'll try in that platform if I can be a tutor there. And other than that, there are numerous options that I have. I'm also thinking of planning of preparing for government teacher examinations that are upcoming next year. So yeah,
Okay.
that way, central as well as the state government teacher examination. I have applied
Mm-hmm.
CTET as well right now.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
So you are taking sessions on clapping also,
Yeah.
or at English area too?
No, I had downloaded that application, but I found it weird that there was a very less tutors available at that time. Maybe it has improved now. I'll try again. I'll try again. But for now, I have only Clappingo. I tried Cambly also for 1 month. That's even more expensive than Clappingo. So I taken
Okay, but
four. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Please say.
But I haven't tried Clappingo, so I would like to. So would you like to share your experience about the tutors?
You haven't tried Clappingo?
No, 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 Clappingo. It's Cambly.
Cambly,
Yeah,
Cambly,
Cambly.
Cambly. Okay, okay, fine. So with the Cambly, I found it, a little bit more helpful. There's a plus minus. Okay, so I'll have to rephrase my thing. I'm telling you. Yeah. So the plus side is that they won't interrupt you in between because in West, this is considered a bad thing, an impolite thing to interrupt someone in between and correct them. So they won't correct you. They won't interrupt you, and if you are stammering a lot and you are not finding words, they will like human nature, they will try to give you words that you maybe want to speak in that context. Other than that, they won't interrupt you at any point. Yeah.
Mhm.
So and the feedback thing, if you will ask them feedback, they will be providing you feedback, but that will be very very brief. That you spoke nice, you spoke amazing. If you really spoke amazing, you spoke amazing. And that way they won't provide you with any kind of detailed feedback like grammar, pronunciation. You need to work on this part. You need to work on that part. They won't provide you even if you ask them. Okay, and yeah, the plus is there and the minus is there that as I told. And secondly, and maybe third or fourth thing that I now need to tell you that it is a little bit more expensive than Clappingo.
Yeah. Even Clappingo is also expensive for many of learners in India.
Yeah, even I found it really expensive, and I
Yeah.
was really skeptical of my English speaking skills before joining Clappingo, and I was mulling about it that I need to join or not, join or not, join or not. The money will be vested, or I'll be able to speak as
Mhm.
some of the YouTube videos that I watched. So I went with it reluctantly, but now I can say that it is really bearing fruits, and I've been able to speak, really, really well to my own surprise. Because as I
Yeah.
say, I was only subconsciously and even consciously, but not spoken English.
Mhm.
कस्टमर केयर से कितना ही बात करोगे ना,
Yeah.
that way. But I was really, really pleasantly surprised. Even my first session, The tutor was saying you are really, really, fluent. She was Amu Elise, maybe her name was. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, okay. So all over the experience is good at clapping.
Oh, it's extremely nice, extremely, amazing. I am able to speak, and now I can say that I have taken 15 to 18, somewhat 15 to 18. So I would say that almost all the feedbacks were positive, and some were so positive that I was, overwhelmed with joy after having that session. And yeah, all in all, this is the entire experience of with the Clappingo. But lately, Clappingo having a lot of bugs as well, and I'm really frustrated with that. But yeah, after 7 to 8 sessions, whatever may be the case, I would not join as a student anymore. I would join as a tutor if I'm passed, or if I'm not passed, and if multiple attempts are allowed. I'll try again after a few months, practicing spoken English like this, and I'll find some of my mistakes if they don't take me as a tutor. I'll take that positively that I'm not ready yet. So yeah, that way.
Okay, okay, that's great. And I would like to know, like, apart from that, like, apart from the feedback that tutors give you, how
Mhm.
you analyze your performance, your speaking skills, like how much you are improving, what you need to work, where you need to work, how you need to work, these things. Would you like to share?
Yeah, as I said, that feedback is really important.
Mhm.
Sometimes that is also lost because the sessions are really, really, they are really short. Even
Short, yeah.
yeah, even 15 to 18 minutes at max. So that way, if I have lost feedback, I need to listen that video over and over again to find mistakes. And one thing that I'm short about that thing that I'm looking for when I want to say something and not no I'm not able to phrase that thing, right? So then, sorry, I am trying to phrase that thing on a pen and paper, and what mistake I was making inside my mind, because whatever people may say, we are always translating things into our minds. It's not
Mhm.
that we are not translating, but it's just the thing that now we have become fluent. We have practiced enough. Maybe we are
Mhm.
thinking in split seconds only. Sometimes we need to say something, we are stuck. How to translate that thing? How to say that thing? So yeah,
Mhm.
this happens. Sometimes people say misleading things.
Mhm.
Experts of any subject say misleading things. One thing that is really different from this topic, I would like to say, Akshay Kumar, who sometimes do ad of protein, and sometimes he will say that protein are really is really harmful and all of that. That's why he's trolled as well online. So yeah, experts of any matter or any businessman of any kirana store or be it a big businessman, they will lie for their benefit and they will speak truth when it benefits them. So that way, we need to, practice that particular thing ourselves to get the truth of that particular thing, deep truths of that particular thing. That way. Hmm.
Right, all right. So, I think your spoken journey has started when you installed Clapping, like when you purchased the course from Clapping, right?
Yeah, you can say that. You can say that. And it's been just maybe 4 months at max. Yeah,
Okay, 4 months. Okay, so how many sessions have you completed?
15 to 18, between anywhere between 15 to 18.
Okay, okay, but you have, I guess, improved a lot already. You have learned a lot.
Yeah, that's why I'm really feeling confident that I may get, maybe I'll get the spot of a tutor in Clapping or maybe any other application for that matter. Yeah, I need to work on few things before I get on board with the as a tutor, because I have my preconceived notion about few things. I sometimes, get into my zone, get into flow of speaking things. I need to speak
Mhm.
less and listen more. And yeah, all of
Mhm.
those things. I believe they have some training programs as well before they sign any
Yeah.
tutor.
Exactly, exactly. So I would like to know one more thing that you want to become a tutor now. So I guess there are some areas like after becoming an intermediate speaker, you
Mhm.
face little difficulties in terms of using lexical resources and then using little advanced English. So like you analyze your performance by watching your videos again and again, but
Mhm.
how you know articulate and how you make sure like what are the things and how you can improve more now from this intermediate to advanced, what are the things that you consider you need to work on, and what is the best way that you follow to improve to become an advanced now?
There is a principle of depreciating returns after a certain point. So that way it is. And yeah, now I need to treat myself a little harsh in terms of making mistakes. If I have made a mistake, I'll scold myself. I'll try to repeal that particular error into my mind that no, ऐसा नहीं होता, ऐसा होता है. And yeah, one thing I would like to add here first, when I'm not able to phrase something in English, I use Hindi, and it's really really common across the board. Even if someone like Virat Kohli is giving interviews and speaking, he'll sometimes use Hindi, he'll sometimes use English, and a lot of experts who speak English really really fluently, they will be speaking Hindi as well in between. So yeah, that's nothing wrong. People do consider it as wrong. People like us who are on learning journey, there's nothing wrong in it, as per my opinion. Okay. And
Yeah.
then, as you said, I'll have a multi-pronged approach to this particular problem of depreciating returns. I need to, you know, I'm doing 3 to 4 things that I'm doing right now. First thing is I'm making flashcards of,
Okay.
like, for example, if I'm reading an article about IPL or about cricket, an article about anything that interests me, right? So there will be some kind of phrase, some kind of vocabulary that will be really, really strange to me. And then I'll try to, for example, I'll give you an example. Yeah. So there was an article that New Zealand, a Kiwi physiotherapist or a Kiwi surgeon has been zeroed in for Jasprit Bumrah. Jasprit Bumrah is a fast bowler for that matter of Indian cricket team. He's injured. Okay, he's running injured for 1 year. So yeah, zeroed in. I came to see that I came to know that this word is really really new to me. Though it sounds
Mhm.
very simple. So then I Google search it, and zeroed it means that you need to narrow down. You are doing something research about something. You need to find something, and you have come to a conclusion. So zeroed in means coming to a conclusion after a deep research about something. So now I can use that particular thing. I was really, really confused about my career options. I was really, really confused what to do about my life. But I took stock of my career. Yeah, this is also a phase that I, learned very, recently. I took stock of my career and have zeroed in on my English speaking journey and have,
Mhm.
you know, have banked on my English experience, English speaking experience, and my English language experience or knowledge that way. So this is the way I'll make flashcards of it, and flashcards are there is an application. If you want, I can share the name of it, and this application will make us revise those flashcards that we made, and we can do one thing of that vocabulary, keeping that vocabulary in front and putting across all the information that we need on the back, and that information will
Mhm.
be what is the meaning of that vocabulary and what are the sentences that can be made with that. And if needed, there will be Hindi meaning or the vocabulary is too difficult, then we can even write quotes about it, write idioms about it. Yeah, that way.
Mhm.
Because some English words are too difficult, too tricky. They have inner and deep meanings as well. They have multiple meanings. That way, we need to
Mhm.
get familiar with the idioms and phrases as well. Yeah.
Yeah, right, right.
And then vocabulary, I have no taken the question of vocabulary, and afterwards the pronunciation. I believe one thing: if we are not too terrible with the pronunciation, if we are making one mistake in pronunciation, let's say if I am speaking for 5 to 10 minutes and I made one mistake, it doesn't matter because when we speak, the spoken English is really really casual in nature. We don't need to take it too seriously. For
Mhm.
example, you can understand this thing in a very simple manner. When you are making your YouTube short, right? You are writing a script. Definitely, you may have written a script. So what
Mhm.
happens is when we write the script, we tend to use formal languages when we are writing for the first time, and then afterwards
Mhm.
we find it really weird. The script is weird, and we need to speak something else. And then sometimes after writing at least 5, 10, 15 scripts for 15 videos, we tend to master this thing that we need to write in casual English as we want to speak that way.
Mhm.
Okay. So these two are completely different things, writing and speaking. So that way pronunciation doesn't matter. And second thing that people have a terrible notion that we need to speak like the foreigners. Their accent should be copied. Their pronunciation should be copied. It doesn't work that way. Okay. If only if we want to settle abroad, only if we want to work in an IT firm and we need to sell our services. The IT firms do sell their services to Europe and US. Okay. For example, the Adobe company or WhatsApp or Facebook, they take outsourced services of developing countries because their population is really insufficient for that workforce that they need. So that way, these kind of jobs do require your accent to be like the foreigners. Other than that,
Mhm.
it's not necessary. Yeah.
Mhm.
Then the pronunciation part is sorted off for me. For me, I'm least concerned about pronunciation among amongst all the pillars of the English language. I'm concerned about vocabulary, definitely, because Shashi Tharoor is, miles away. He's, almost an entire light year ahead of any English learner. So that way,
Yeah.
vocabulary has a very, very, huge way to go. But pronunciation is sorted. Then it comes what you say, tone modulation. Tone modulation can only be mastered while speaking English. As we go, as we develop our English speaking skills, we tend to work on our tone modulation with that only. Then there are two or three pillars I'm not able to comprehend right now. I'm not able to get those words. So yeah, that way we can, that question, maybe this answers that question. From intermediate, you want to go to the proficiency of an advanced learner, you can go this way. And I believe I have taken maybe 7 to 8, maybe 7 or 8 English tests online. Okay. So it's called as, no, not IELTS. IELTS is different. IELTS is about speaking. It's different. The name is not coming into my mind. So it takes a grammar and a vocabulary test of yours, right? And the
Mhm.
spelling mistakes can also be asked, and it will, at the end of that particular test, it will tell us what is the proficiency of our English, right? And I have scored either B2 or C1 most of the times. B2 is also really, really good score. It is excellent. Maybe the word excellent has been used after B2. And the C1 is maybe prolific or something like that. C2 is the highest one that we have in that
Okay.
test. So C1 I have scored multiple times, and once I scored B2 in those tests. Those tests are most websites are made by foreigners, Brits and Americans. So yeah, that way.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. All right. So, as you mentioned about the pronunciation part, that is sorted for you. But don't you think that you want to become a tutor? And as you mentioned, if a person wants to work in a different, if you want to go abroad for higher studies and you want to settle in abroad and work in
Hmm.
different companies and
Hmm.
work with the foreigner people or international kind of stuff, so maybe you will get students who is preparing for IELTS at Clappingo, or maybe who are planning to go abroad, things like that. So there you need to,
Interesting point.
pronounce the word right in front of them. You have to teach the right pronunciation to the students. So for that, I guess you need a proper pronunciation, because if you just want to become a fluent speaker, that's good. But if you want to become a tutor, you need to work. I this is my
Yeah.
point, I
No, no,
guess.
no. It's not just your point of view. You have, made a really, really important point to me. That if I want to pursue as as a tutor, I need to
Yeah.
get my pronunciation right. And pronunciation, when we speak of this thing, um, pronunciation is two-way. Okay. So one is the pronunciation that word right, and second is accent that comes along with the pronunciation. I definitely not consider copying accent of foreigners. I want to keep my
Right.
Indian accent. But yeah, pronunciation. I was having a session a few days back with the tutor, and she told me that I was pronouncing apparently as apparently, and I knew that it's apparently, but somehow it was coming as apparently from my mouth. So that way, I when she said apparently, I spoke in the session itself 3 to 4 times. It was weird for maybe for my viewers, if there are any,
Mhm.
that it's
I also do the same.
yeah. So sometimes even if we know that particular thing, our tongues, our mouth, and our vocal cords are made for speaking Indian languages. So that way, if we are learning a foreign language, English is after all a foreign language, we need to practice only. So pronunciation can also be sorted when you practice. Yeah, you can't be perfect at any point. You will still be learning even if you will be tutor, even if
Mhm.
you are a principal or you are no not principal,
Yeah.
lecturer of any kind, any subject. You will still be learning that particular subject because
Yeah, right.
sky is the limit.
Yeah, always room for improvement. That's true. Would you
Yeah.
like to give me any feedback for my English?
Um, I'll say just like the family tutors. You spoke nice.
Okay,
I
right.
didn't find any mistake, to be honest. I didn't find any mistake in your grammar, vocab, pronunciation. It's not pronunciation, it's pronunciation. But sometimes you tend to see pronunciation. Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens with us. We are Indians. Nothing wrong with that. But
Because
yeah,
of MTI also. Yeah.
what
Because of MTI also. Mother tongue influences there always. Because we are
MTI?
from
Yeah, mother tongue
Rajasthan. So.
influences. Yes, you have
Mhm.
used a really good word for that. Yeah. Other than that, fluency, proficiency, and articulating things that you want to say. Yeah, you have said the things really, really nicely. You are confident enough. then there's nothing to worry about it. You are just need to enjoy your journey, and you will improve in that particular thing. And yeah, if I would say one thing to be cautious about. I have not penned down anything. I have not registered for in front of me. So even if you have made slight bit of mistake, I'll not say terrible mistakes,
Mhm.
not any terrible. Even if you were spoke for 5 minutes, you have made rare of the rarest. You have made one or two mistakes. If I could have listened really really carefully to get those mistakes out. But yeah,
Yeah.
if maybe if you want, if we decide, we can both have registered in front of us, and we can try to correct each other at the last of the session. That sums up that. So since what do you say? You have practiced spoken English for 1 year, right? So
Mhm.
how much duration did you take that Clappingo, what do you say, package?
Clappingo, I did for 3 months. I completed one course for 3 months, and then again for 1 month, only 4 sessions, one session in a week. So you can say 4 month. Yeah, I completed 4 months, and I also improved a lot because of pandemic. Clappingo sessions, I improved a lot, and I got this confidence in myself.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Okay.
only 4 months.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I have taken up 6 months course, and I have it's been 4 months already, and 2 months are remaining, 1.5 months maybe. So afterwards, I try as a Capingo tutor. If it happens, it's good. If it does not happen, I'll know that I'm not good enough to for that. And I believe there is two options in Clappingo. One is being a tutor, and second is IELTS tutor. That is different. So maybe
Mhm.
I'll definitely not consider myself IELTS tutor yet. I'll not
Mhm.
consider. I'll not even maybe apply because it will be dishonest from my side to myself. Because I need to
Yeah.
take IELTS test for that first. I need to myself clear IELTS test before
Mhm.
considering myself as a candidate for an IELTS tutor. Because the IELTS examination is really really difficult. For that matter, if you want to apply for a visa for UK and USA, uh, at least these two countries, and Australia as well, Australia, New Zealand, these two as well. You need
Mhm.
maybe C1 proficiency or a score of 8 band in IELTS out of 9. So these are the
Yeah.
requirements most of the times.
Mhm.
So you will not get the visa even if you are, your intentions are good and every little detail asked is good. But if you are not having these two things, you may not get the visa of these countries. That way also you
Exactly.
need IELTS test and English proficiency, English language proficiency as well.
Yeah.
Okay, out of 10, what will you give to me? And then I'll give to you as well. Out of 10.
Between 7 to 8.
Okay. Um, I'll give you 8. Okay.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
yeah. Okay. Bye, Rajni. It was really, really nice to speak to you and looking forward to a lot of sessions like these with you. Okay.
Likewise, likewise. Have a great day. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye.